This is why it's important for you as a man to find a virgin wife, a virgin woman.
I want to dap you up, but I'll just... Is there like a max body count for you, Shiva, or is it just straight virgin?
Zero,
yeah.
It's a big protection mechanism. I feel like Shiva just needs to get a little bit messy.
I don't know, I just want to challenge you on that, because you have a wound when it comes to the feminine energy.
Today is the lunar eclipse. The energy is distinctly different. The thing that you're not supposed to do is eat during a lunar eclipse. The reason why you're not supposed to eat is because the food will rot in your stomach much faster. The energy that the lunar eclipse makes, it makes everything go faster, apparently. There's experiments that were done with this, and you can visibly see the food decomposing much faster. So that's why you want to have an empty stomach. But if you must eat fruits, as I did, as I was getting hungry.
I had a nasi goreng with, prawn crack, the whole nine, and I did not know this, and it makes sense because I feel horrible. My energy is depleted. But it wasn't like this in the morning, it wasn't like this in the afternoon. It was when I got back in Ubud, I ate that nasi goreng, I came home, and I just wanted to crash. So that is absolutely insane.
I ate some ice cream before, and I also felt it a little bit. But I think if it's not like a big meal, it doesn't fuck you as hard.
Yeah, this is the second lunar eclipse that I'm observing this. The first one happened a few years ago, and I ate, and I definitely felt the consequences. I shouldn't have eaten. So now I'm fasting. The energy that I want to explore is actually your book, Jay, that you're writing. So I'm curious about the content of the book and whether I should purchase it.
Oh, thank you, man. If you want to turn your content into somewhat of an art form, which this is still an art form, it's a stream of consciousness, and I guess my book is just about it. It shares a methodology and a philosophy to take your content and the perspective you usually, come online with and flip it. So everything you possibly could, talk about, you're usually talking about it with, the ego of Shiva Kailash. And that comes with its own programming, with its own experiences. And in the soul script, I basically go through a methodology to help you notice the inner roles that you're playing in your content and explore the direct opposite. And basically lock those two characters in a room to just explore your perspectives deeper. And so, not only does that help with the content itself and the reach and all of that stuff, because we can't escape polarity, right? But it also just helps you to actually understand and deepen your own, spiritual perspectives, because you're not just coming at your content from this high horse. You are meeting your viewers maybe where they are, So that's the premise in a nutshell. Any questions about anything in specific?
Yeah, well, knowing that you have 2.7 million followers on TikTok definitely puts you in the category of an authority on this field. And
that's Jay's identity in Shiva's lens.
2.7
million on TikTok.
No, I mean, if you're looking for people's advice, you want to see the results that they have, and definitely Jay has the results.
Thank you.
So, after going through your Instagram page, your TikTok page, I watched the most viewed reel that you have of the crystals one.
Oh, yes.
And I must say, I was thoroughly impressed with the way the communication was spot on. No added words, no words that needed to be taken out, and I was taken back. So I definitely need to do something different and change my style of content making if I'm going to reach more people, and art seems like the way to do it. That's the way that's been working for you.
Shiva, what's crazy? That video in specific, I was writing for 2 days straight. Like, it's a 1 minute video, to be clear. Yeah. And so, like, I had my first draft of it, but it's like what you said. It's like you want to respect the viewer's time, so the art of it is cutting it and whittling all of the dead space as much as possible until you get what it was always meant to be.
You know what's interesting? Shiva's had a complete opposite perspective to social media. Like, the guy made like 8,000 videos in like 3 years or some shit. And it's like, just like his mentality was like, put it out there, put it out there, put it out there, it's kind of like the Gary V mentality, I guess. Like, keep doing it until something sticks or something bangs.
Yeah.
But I guess, you know, I don't know what the highest path is. I think everyone has different personalities.
Yes.
And so people express through that specific personality. For me, I like to be very intentional with how I do, like a sword, you know? It's like, if I do it, it's got a bang. But yeah, I guess for Shiva, maybe there is something about more intentionality. I mean, Reese had this conversation with you earlier today. It's like, let's not just like dash content out there anymore. Let's be intentional. Let's think about what what is our intention with this piece of content, and let it reach the people it's meant to reach in that way.
I feel like there's something very beautiful about what you guys do already around like just letting it rip like this, and I think your speciality right now is in guiding the stream of consciousness. And once we have that product, once you have that video, it's really just about kind of like whittling away what you've kind of captured in that stream of consciousness so it serves one person, instead of kind of keeping it all in and it serving a wider pool. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you have to find a happy medium between the two mindsets, because you don't want to be on one side like only posting once every month, or once every couple months, but having like one precise bang over video. And you also don't want to just be like kind of wasting your energy and effort by just spewing content out. You know what I'm saying? There's a happy medium there, man.
I mean, that's what me and Shiva were doing, bro. Like, we'd literally jump on for like 4 or 5 hours every single day.
Yeah.
And Reese as well, you know, and just make content, just dash out and see what happens. And some people liked it because it's raw, it's unfiltered, it's like a live stream in a way. If you think about a live stream on Twitch, it's literally just you spewing for 6 hours.
Yeah.
You know, you might even just sit there and do fuck all, but people are still watching and they're present with you. So look, I don't even think there's anything wrong with it. But I do think having some form of like strategy and intention behind why you're doing what you're doing is important.
Cheese! Mr. Thor enters the chat. That's a good point, man. I mean, look, I just posted my first skit after a year of not dropping one, and it's been out for about 48 hours. It's on, I think, like 85,000 views, which is a lot better than what my content usually has been doing recently with just talking head. And it took a fuckload of time to create, from the writing to the filming to editing it up. It takes a longer time, but that's what art is, isn't it? Like, you have a message that you want to get out there. So for example, how we could kind of use it in this podcast, it would be like, podcast is a completely different medium of art in general. So when you take a piece of content that you've done recently, maybe it was the social media thing that you posted yesterday or the day before, and you want to kind of explore take one aspect of that piece of content, like one message, and turn it into a piece of content for the short form, but just like condense it as much as possible, because it's a completely different game on YouTube. On YouTube, it's a completely different game than on Instagram or TikTok, because you actually have people that have a wider attention span, so you don't have to be as quote unquote intentional with your time, with the viewer's time. So yeah, man. I don't think there's anything specifically wrong with like what Leo's saying. I don't think there was anything specifically wrong with like, how much have you learned from just dumping content out there, like, for the past, how long, you said 3 years?
3 years coming up, yeah.
That's a whole journey in and of itself, bro. Like,
yeah, there was a point when I was in Australia. I would wake up, I would go to this park, sit on a bench, and I would record approximately 12 long-form videos on different topics. I had a topic, okay, I'm going to talk, and I talked, and I uploaded all of that. And yes, I wanted, of course, views and things, but that was so transformative for my comfortability with posting myself online. And now it's effortless. So I'm definitely glad I did that. And now, yes, absolutely, the intentionality. What is the intention of this podcast, and what is the intention of the videos that I'm putting out? Because the respect for viewers' time, that hits something very deep. You don't want to just put everything out. And also, lastly, the art aspect of it, because definitely I don't have any art type videos on my channel. Some videos I trekked up a mountain, that's kind of artistic, and I had to edit that in. That's the most viewed video on my channel. But now I see that incorporating art is so vitally important for growing your social media. Everyone wants to see art.
And it's also fun. Like, I have some snowboarding videos on my channel, and they're just sick to watch.
Yeah.
Like, you watch it and it's like, damn, this is, I don't know, it just hypes you up.
When you think to like your 10, when you think back to, or I guess think forward to your 10, for the version of yourself in 10 years, imagine that version, your older self, watching back those videos. Yeah. Like, bro, there's nothing better, genuinely. If you're not having fun with this shit, like, yes, obviously we're attached to these things like views and likes and this and that, but the real win, and I guess that's the basis of my whole book. Doing it for you, turning your inner truth into outer expression. Because if you're not doing it for specifically that, like looking back and be like, oh, this is a sick video, bro. Like, it's a testament to nothing. Because at the end of the day, the algorithm is just a subjective. It's a postman. It delivers your message to the people that need it. And so to optimize your videos for the algorithm is to optimize it for an illusion, essentially, you know. So yeah, I could go into like the 5-step process and stuff, but I'm not sure. I don't want to
for another podcast.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to hog it.
Let's speak into like I want to change topic if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, that's cool.
I want to just speak into like what's present right now. I feel the full moon just like staring at me right now.
I feel that,
like
bro.
and we're kind of like bypassing by talking about social media strategies and like how to go viral. So let's talk about what's actually alive in this moment and like what all of you are experiencing today and in this moment.
Start with me.
Yeah, go for it.
It feels like the end of a cycle for me. A massive cycle. Because yes, I have been somewhat successful with the social media and the following and all of that, but the reality of it in my inner world, for the past like 2, 3, 4 years, I've hit like a creative stagnation point, because the thing that I wanted to do most was write a book, and I couldn't do it. Because I was living life like an NPC, essentially, not as a creator. And the way that kind of manifested for me was just smoking weed all day, all the time, trying to like write this book, but like also trying to keep a pulse on, you know, things that are happening on social media, and essentially just it felt like going nowhere fast. That's what it felt like spinning my tires. And so, you know, going through this process of actually finishing a book within a month and posting it 2 days ago, it felt as though a massive weight has just been lifted off of my shoulders creatively, and I finally feel a presence enter my body, and yeah, it's christened by this full moon that's been staring at us. In this moment, I feel an exhaustion. It feels like how a soldier would feel coming out of war, like a deep sense of accomplishment, but just hella exhausted. Like so tired. So
what do you think's like wanting to happen in this next chapter? In fact, do we want to like go around in a circle first and share? And let's do that.
Yeah.
What's present for me is that something I'm noticing about Leo is his desire to always press and dig deep into what is inside of human beings. That, I think, is what makes him the most joyful. So that's also a very good question. What is present for me? Yes, we're all here having this discussion. Conversation is very stimulating. I'm enjoying it. The full moon, of course, and the lunar eclipse, I'm feeling the energy. It's like a nice warmth inside of my body. And a little bit excited also for the future plans that we have for tonight. We're supposed to go out somewhere and go dancing. Also nervous because I don't really dance. That's not part of my culture. I'm supposed to just be very stoic. So that's new to me. And yeah, excited to see where this conversation goes.
Mate, I think Ukrainians can shell it off with a little bit of vodka.
Yeah, with a little bit of vodka.
Vodka, yes, that's what's
On the tables, dancing, shaking it off. Well, for me, I have to truly say I've been feeling lost as fuck. And still feel like I don't know what the fuck I should do. I know I want to spread whatever has touched me. The question is, how do I spread this shit? How do I really put this fire into something that can touch people in reality? I'm figuring that out, but I don't really know.
I mean, Shiva's experience with touching people, so let's see what he has to say. No, I'm joking, continue.
I wasn't sure how did you... It doesn't matter.
Sorry.
So yeah, I mean, basically you can really touch people with anything, just carrying yourself in a certain way and being in a certain way. At the same time, I want to create something that means something to me and especially touches people. So at the moment I feel energized. I feel like this feeling of anxiety, but that can transform pretty fast in just like anything, very strong. So just intensity. Yeah.
Very nice. For me, I feel agitated. I feel like I want to like run and jump and fucking do all kinds of shit, which is very like opposite to how I normally am. Normally I feel like I'm a lot more like stoic and nonchalant and just kind of observing in the background. But there's something that's been going on in the past like 2 days. I feel like just like watching Reese and Thor like bouncing off each other, breaking the sound barrier. I'm like, I want to fucking do that too. I want to jump, I want to fucking dance, I want to play, And it's like I'm seeing aspects of myself that I have not seen in a long time because there's been a repression on what wants to come through. And I've noticed this every time I'm in London or if I'm around my family or whatever, there's like a box that comes online. It's like all of their conditioning, all of their fucking stories, and I live within that box. And now I'm in a space and an environment where it's like you can shout and not be worried about neighbors, or you can fucking say what you want to say and not be worried about someone else's judgment, because this environment is supportive of expression. And so yeah, there is one part of me that's just like ready to full send speaking truth. And yeah, just like bringing online energy within me. Thor's going to be speaking at a big event in the next couple weeks, which obviously just like landed today, and so there's like a lot of joy. Like
the
what?
10K one.
Which 10K one?
The one in India.
No, this is another one.
Oh, okay.
I saw this like big summit that's happening in like an hour away from here, and I was like, yo, we gotta get Thor to speak on that. So like literally within the same space of the same day, like managed to get a hold of the owner, had a call with her, and yeah, pretty much in the process of getting him locked in on that. But it's like I'm seeing Reese making content, and I'm gonna see like the potential to go viral there. It's like I want to be in a group of individuals that are like liberated in their expression and just like shelling it down every time a camera comes on, and when a camera's off as well. We didn't come here to Ubud just to watch. We came here to bring something new. And it's like you'll notice it when you go into these different spiritual communities or environments. People are still performing on some level, or they're still pretending this fucking spiritual like persona. Like yesterday I saw this, it looked like this guy and this girl that had probably barely known each other. And I literally saw the lady come up to the guy, and they were hugging for about 25 minutes, 26 minutes in the same position, just like hugging. And I could see on the guy's face visibly he looked uncomfortable after like the 10-minute mark. I'm like, brother, you've been there for 17 more minutes. Like, do you not know how to bring your energy back to yourself? Or like, but this is the spiritual circles that we're dealing with in Ubud. It's and in general, it's like, okay, love and light and peace and blessings and no boundaries. Fucking bullshit. And I don't mean to be so like aggressive with it, but you know, I had my own experience yesterday that kind of triggered me in some ways.
Do you want to speak into that?
Yeah, let's go. But yeah, anyways, just to wrap that up, like.
Oh, so we're not speaking into that?
Yeah, we'll speak into it.
Like, we're gonna do a second round with what?
Huh?
Like, you were asking him before a question. So the second round.
Okay, cool. We could do that if
Do you want me to?
I just want.
finish it?
Yeah.
Alright,
I want you to finish it.
Okay.
I'll finish it. All right. So obviously these guys are aware of it, but yeah. So last night, obviously we had a whole ecstatic dance thing. I'm coming in with the energy of like absolute sovereignty. I was telling Abel as well, like I'm in a space where I'm not trying to get female attention in this moment of my life. I feel like I'm coming back to myself. I'm coming back to the love within. I just want God union. And yeah, like, I remember just being on the dance floor, and in the distance I see this girl, and I felt like I literally just fell in love in that moment.
Oh shit! Damn.
I was just like, wow. And it's like this same bliss that I get when I tune into God was surging through me in this moment. And I've had this a few times where I'll see a girl that is like, there's a very similar energetic resonance or a lesson that wants to be had, and I'll feel that same bliss energy when I tune into them. Same shit was happening. I was like, fucking hell, like, why is this happening again? So I didn't really know what to do. Anyways, long story short, I'm just kind of vibing, chilling on my own. 10 minutes later, she kind of comes out of nowhere, and then she just like kind of flows into my direction, and then she starts like dancing on me, and I was like, whoa, okay, cool, like, what do I do now? Anyways, I continued dancing with her, and we're in the energy, and it's just beautiful, you know. It felt very nice and playful and all the things. And then there was this moment where the person that was on the speaker said, all right guys, now go and sit down and lay down. Be okay with like laying down on another person if that's what wants to happen, And I remember like I was standing for a while just in my own energy, and as I'm about to go and lay down, I see already the girl that I was just dancing with is literally laying down with another guy, and this guy is touching her on her belly.
On her navel.
To God.
I see.
And I'm like, it triggered me. And I what did I do? I just sat down in meditation, so I didn't lay down on anyone. And then she's like, come, like lay your head on me. And I was like, I don't really know what to do here. But anyways, I fucking did it. I laid down. And I'm just in this thing, and it felt very awkward. I've got someone like two people laying on my arm as well. It's like this whole fucking thing that's going on. This whole new age thing.
Wow, yeah, it's a new age thing for true, like. Fuck it.
But anyways, yeah, like I kind of laid there, and you know, I was aware of like what was going on here, and it felt like there was a leak in my energy. I was leaking energy by entertaining this dynamic. So what am I even fucking doing here? So I like brought my energy to myself. And anyways, long story short, I feel like hurt, even though it's just a girl I just fucking saw like for fucking 10 minutes. But
it's less about the girl, isn't it?
it's more about when I brought this energy back inwards, it was like it was the recognition that the love that I'm seeking is here. It's not in any other person. You know, it's like God will give me these breadcrumbs in the material world, and it's like I will go out and I'll try to pursue it or try to grab it and try to claim it, and then something will happen where I'll get trolled or it just won't work out, and then it's like the love that I was seeking outside comes back inwards, if that makes sense. And it's like there's a heartbreak for the human every time it happens. It's like I just want to fucking cry and curl up into a ball, and I feel like deeply vulnerable. but it wakes up this love for self and this love for God that is inexplainable. Nothing can compare to that. Whole thing.
A whole thing, bro. A whole thing. I mean, it's something we need to talk about more, but...
Yeah, wow. This is why it's important for you as a man to find a virgin wife, a virgin woman.
Yes.
Not one that is promiscuous or seeking the attention of other men. That is maybe the most important thing that you can pursue. And when I discovered this a couple of years ago, it's still somewhat like, I feel like I'm missing out because most of the women are not virgins. And am I going to be single for the rest of my life? Hopefully not. But still, I cannot entertain a woman that has already slept around with other men. It something doesn't sit well with me with that. So,
Is there like a max body count for you, Shiva, or is it just straight virgin?
max body count is zero. Yeah.
Fair enough, bro. I want to dap you up, but I'll just... I feel it. I mean, but at the same time, though, I don't know. I just want to challenge you on that because obviously, like, I do have that, I guess, virgin, but like, because I've only had one person in my life, and she's only had me, and I do feel the difference in energy compared to like my friends who've been in relationships with sexually promiscuous women, and they always end up kind of getting hurt or feeling betrayed of some sort. But at the same time, it's like, how much of that is just us as men, in a sense, wanting something that's very, not even just unrealistic, but how much is that just protecting ourselves and our own ego and not actually loving another human being?
Yeah, and I don't know, it's also like putting on a label kind of on a person. I mean, if it fits, it fits. Of course, it has to fit.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, it's a way of protecting the self-image and like feeling pain, you know, and feeling unworthiness. It's like it's a big protection mechanism. I feel like Shiva just needs to get a little bit messy, to be honest, with life.
Before I go, I just wanted to say, like, you came here to be a human. Like, your spirit came here. I know it feels nice to be pure, but like, your spirit came here to be a dirty ape. Do you know what I'm saying? And yeah.
Accept your dirty ape.
At the same time, I understand Shiva's side actually, because it has its own karma, if you want to call it like that, if you entangle yourself with this kind of people. So yeah, there are two sides of it.
Yeah, this came about, you're not wrong when you say this is a kind of defense, but still, fundamentally or primally, I think this is accurate. So I met some girl a while ago, and I liked her. She was very beautiful, and she was giving me, attraction signals, and she was paying attention to me, and I thought, okay, this might lead to something. And then a couple of days later... What did you say? Later, I saw her holding hands, walking with some other man that she just met.
I remember this.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Not that, we didn't do anything. Hold on. We didn't do anything, and it was like, but just the mentality of that, like, how could... So anyways, whatever. That's nothing to do with her. She can make whatever choices she wants. But I just realized, like, holy fuck, I cannot... This is so unattractive. So that's it. No more. Either a virgin or nothing.
It's like we build boundaries from trauma, but the boundaries are not like, it's like they don't have roots, is what it feels like. It's like it's literally being done from a space of fear. And so I don't feel like when you say, I just want a virgin woman, it doesn't feel true, embodied.
Well, let me say that I actually and honestly, I don't know what I want, but I'm figuring it out as I go along. And that experience made me realize that definitely is not what I want. So what I want, maybe it's a little bit idealistic, but I don't know. I'll see it when I see it.
It's actually funny that this is the last thing that we're talking about, because the last law of my book, there's the last chapter, it's called the 11 Laws of the Creative Lifestyle. And the last one, Law 11, is master your sexual energy, right? And in that, I basically talk about my philosophy around the mass degeneration and manipulation of the female sexual energy, and obviously the male sexual energy too. I believe that when it comes, obviously we all know about of the sacral chakra, that's where our pool of sexual energy and creation resides, and men have a finite pool of it, women have an infinite pool of it, or so it seems. And so I find it quite funny that in society we're programmed as men to have an overactive sacral chakra, whereas women are programmed to have an underactive sacral chakra. That is to say, men are programmed to be overtly kind of like, oh yeah, you know, boys will be boys, sleep around, this, that, whereas basically squander their sexual energy, whereas the women are programmed and programmed to essentially repress it, essentially be scared of their own sexual energy. And so that's why I'm not 100% down for the whole, like, you know, women's sexual energy is best when they're, you know, just virgins. I believe that there is a balancing act to be done on both the men's side and the women's side, where you're not squandering it and you're not giving it out to everybody around, but at the same time you're not scared of it, you're not repressing it, you're not, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just had to share that because it's very timely with this. And I feel like when it comes to the masculine energy, there is something to be said about claiming a woman. And so, you know, for example, in that example there where you met this woman and she was giving you the attraction signals, women are fickle creatures. Like, if you don't claim her then and there, you know, 2 minutes are gonna go by, 5 minutes are gonna go by, and next man is gonna come around and be like, yeah, no, you're mine now, you know. So there's a whole thing there. There's a whole thing.
That's very fair to say. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a deep convo, bro.
This is something to be explored, yes, definitely. And
This is also very present for me. I'm with a girl at the moment, and I'm not really claiming her.
I see.
And one part of me wants to claim her. Another part of me is like, I don't know if it's the right thing to do. And
Why though? Why?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just fucking scared.
I see.
At the same time, like, maybe a part of me is like waiting for something better.
Oh.
That's part of it.
Yeah, man. Hell is on the fence. You need to jump in. You need to jump in one or the other, bro.
Yep.
Because that's where all the lessons are. Like, I don't know if you've read this book, but it's called The Way of the Superior Man, and that's one of the pillars. He goes, you have to learn to love with an open heart, like love as if your heart has never been broken. And if it does break, you have to learn how to take it and not retract and be like, oh, fuck you anyway. Like, there's something to be said about divine masculinity being able to be hurt and still be open, you know, and still have, yeah. It's not easy by any means, but
Nope.
What does your heart say on the matter?
Fuck, man.
Is it a thing out of trauma? Like, are you just kind of...
I want to share this love for sure. I want to expand. And also, this relationship is very beautiful that I have with her. I think there's something in me that is just like always wanting more, you know? So Maybe it's just that.
Yeah, you know, what I will say, touching back to what Jay said, is that yes, claiming a woman is important, but also you don't want to claim her baggage, and she's making choices. And I feel like if a woman gets underneath a man and lets things happen, that is a huge energetic experience. And then if you are a man and going after right after that, probably not the healthiest thing. So I still am looking at the ideological side of this, or the ideal version of this, is that I find a woman that I can actually make children with. And I'm not sure if a woman that has made choices with 10 men, now she chooses me, and then we're doing the relationship thing, maybe we have children, and then one thing she sees in me that she doesn't like, she has 10 other options, or she's off. And
That
that's...
can equally be the same with a person that's been with no one as well. Someone that they might even want more experience, you know?
That's also true.
It's something to be said here. I know it's been said a million times by Andrew Tate, but get a woman of culture, bro. It's so important, because I don't think I'd be able to have what I have with my girl if she wasn't from Albania and she wasn't programmed the way that she was programmed in the house. If she wasn't westernized, if she was westernized, it would be a whole, because like,
Mate, the Western culture is mad. It's
bro.
like it is kind of like the new age thing, to be honest, but on steroids in a way. I mean, it's all connected. It's like everyone just kind of like sharing their energies with anyone and everyone. There's no respect for the self.
it's all about
there's no
validation.
integrity. And it's a mess, truth be told.
The moment that you have, like, on both sides, a man or a woman, if that person falls for validation from the world, you have an unclean container, because anybody can just kind of swoop her off her feet and be like, hey, you're so beautiful, and she'll be like, yeah, thanks. And you know what I'm saying, it's an unclean container that way. And women of culture, they have a different means of I guess validation doesn't mean much to, you know, even I'm not sure much about your culture, like Ukrainian women, Russian women, but I think they're very unwesternized. Am I right in thinking that? Get your ass back to Ukraine then, dog.
Yeah.
Whenever it's time.
Yeah, definitely don't want to get drafted, but...
Yeah. That's true.
Dragging him by his beard.
Yeah.
Drop.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's wild.
So I guess to end it, I want to ask Jay, where can people find your book? Where can you buy this?
At @jkaizen, at j.kaizen on Instagram. Yeah, man, just go hit up my stand store, or just comment soul on any of my posts and you get that DM. Thank you, Shiva.
Thank you.
Cheers, brother.
And to end with your 11th chapter, what you said about sexual mastery is, I felt very strongly the need to release a course on semen retention. And this was like something that was calling in me that I have to do this, that so many men are struggling with this, releasing their sexual energy, masculine energy. It is the most important quality that you have inside of your masculine body is your sexual energy. So don't release it. It'll be out soon. You can buy it.
Yeah, Leo, I was going to ask, do you feel like that experience that happened yesterday, do you believe that was something, like I heard from I don't know if it was you or one of the boys, that you have a wound when it comes to the feminine energy. Do you think, like, I want to hear your thoughts on that.
What does a wound mean to you? Like, what do you...
A wound meaning a trigger, meaning the feminine energy, not just meaning women included, but
bro,
also the nurturing energy within yourself.
Truth be told, I've got a lot of feminine energy. I'm a very feminine man. I don't have resistance to the feminine energy. That's the honest truth, bro.
Okay.
Yes, I can have an intensity and like a masculinity, yes. And I'm also very feminine, you know.
But what does that mean to you?
What does that mean? I have a nurturing energy within me. I have an intuition. I'm very connected to my emotions. There's a creativity that I have within me. Like I feel like I've done a lot of work on both aspects of self. But when it comes to the feminine, it's less about the feminine energy. It's more about women.
Women in specific.
In specifics.
Yeah.
I guess you could say it ties into the relationship I had with my mum, to be honest. I mean, it definitely wasn't like the best female role model, I guess you could say. I mean, look, I think a lot of people, you go back to many cultures outside of the Western world, you know, kids get beaten for sure. I mean, I had that too much, you know, more than I would have wanted to, I guess you could say.
Me too.
So yeah, you know, I definitely have a skewed relationship to women for sure. And so like when I was 18, 19, 20, 21, like I fell into that whole like pickup space, and I was living with Victor, the homeless guy, and he had a very dominant, aggressive approach
when it comes
to meeting women, and it was very like, I don't want to go deeper than one day with you. It's like, I'm going to use you for your body. And so I kind of took on that programming to a certain degree, where it's just like, all right, how many can I use, you know? That's just the honest truth, man.
Yeah, but that's awareness though, bro.
You know, there's, I guess it is what it is. I feel like there's a part of me that wants to repent for that in a way. That feels like guilt for doing that.
Do you still feel like that part of you exists in terms of the lack of respect for women?
No.
What about trust for women because of those experiences?
Definitely trust for women is a thing that's present. I think I literally feel like every time I'm about to like commit, or I want, there's like a subtle desire, it's like I feel like I'm getting trolled by God in a way. It's like either
trolled.
Oh
shit!
Did I ever tell you about this time when I don't even know if I want to go into that right now. This feels like a little too deep, I guess. I mean, it kind of ties into the stories that I was telling you about. Like when I was like meeting women, I feel this strong connection, and then something just fucks it, like it's sabotaged. And then I'm like, all right, whatever. I renunciate. I come back to myself. But yeah, it just happens again and again. I don't know what else to say about it.
I actually also had something very similar with this girl. Like this bliss coming online with certain situations with her. And yeah, I don't fucking know what it is about.
One more thing, please, Shiva. Guys, you know how you say how we're a very deeply spiritually connected group of men, right?
Yeah.
That's that bliss that comes online. That's divine union. We can't truly be like, I'm sure you guys know this, but we can't truly be enlightened if we can't hold space for the pure feminine energies in our lives, bro. We can't. That's not, because we are one polarity, the divine union, the yin and yang. It's like Ram Dass's quote. I know it's a bit different, but it's like, if you think you're enlightened, go and chill with your family for 1 week.
Yeah.
It's like in those spaces when we're deeply triggered, that's where like the enlightenment is tested.
I think there are different expressions of it though. Yes, there are certain enlightened people that find their like twin flame, so to say, and it's like the union is supportive of each other's energy and it's real. But I think most of the time people fall into karmic or like soul contracts that are just playing out old wounds again and again and again, and are stifling and leeching life force energy from them. And I think that's 90% of relationships, truth be told. So look, when I go out into the world and I see a woman, I'm like, is she actually gonna bring me energy, or is she gonna drain my life force? Brother, 9 times out of 10, it feels like it would drain my energy.
But that's because you're already seeing women as separate, and not just women, but like the connection that you guys hold as like, what are you gonna give to me, and not that relationship being a mirror to your own soul. Do you get what I'm saying?
Look, bro, I think if I find the right one,
but that's what I'm saying, bro. You never find the right one because, anyway, because
say it.
My thing is like, there's been 1,000,001 times I could choose to break up with my girl and be like, you know what? No, you're draining me. That's it. Like, it's over. But when like divine union is a choice, you choose to work work through it with the right person. Obviously, both of you need to have that. Both of you need to have that like dedication to making it right. But like, it's a fantasy to think you're gonna find the right one, and then, you know, Disney fucking programmed us with this shit for years. Oh yeah, happily ever after. There ain't no happily ever after, bro. You have to be in your divine masculine and call out shit when shit is fucking you up and pissing you off, and she needs to do her thing as a divine feminine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my little 2 cents on
I think
it.
it's beautiful and there's truth to it. Yeah, for whatever reason, I've been in. Look, yeah, I've had very short-term connections that will last like a few months, at most. And it's very intense, you know, and the triggers come to the surface, and there's a lot of growth, and it's beautiful, and it's healing, and all the things. But then there comes a point where I'm like, I feel like I've completed the lessons that I needed to receive from this, and this doesn't feel like a thing that I want to commit to. And then I move on to the next, you know, or I come back to myself. And that's happened again and again and again, and it's beautiful. I feel like that's how I've learned the most. Truth be told.
100%, bro.
So,
and I feel like we're all on our own journeys when it comes to this as well. Like, I believe truly that, bro, if that is how you feel in your soul, and somebody who meditates as much as you're deeply connected to your heart. And so I believe that the universe has a unique, customized,
100%.
tailor-made plan for your ass.
So there's a wise woman online on YouTube, Teal Swan, you guys know. She says something so potent, I think it's very accurate, that women have been repressed by men for centuries, for so long. And then now the relationship that women have, or mothers have, to their sons is like, oh, don't be too much of a man, because we all know where that comes from, or what happens then. So we all have wounding when it comes to women and men, the relationships. It has to become healed, and I think we've exhausted what we want to talk about in this podcast.
Bro, this is still so...
But, and also my phone is on 10%. I don't want it to die without ending it. Yet, the next podcast that we have with Jay, I want to dive deeper.
TikTok strategy.